Hey, my beautiful Cancers. How are you guys? Thanks for joining me. My name is Kristen. I am a metaphysical healer and psychic guide, and I'm here to give you your remainder of January 2019 clarity on how you're doing in your love, career, home, and what's coming in, okay? I am going to be really focusing on just kind of where your feelings are at and your general immediate future, what's coming in, what you're wanting to have happen, and where you're headed, okay? If you are new to my channel, I really appreciate your support. If you would please subscribe, like, and share. More than that, just please notify or hit the notification button so that I can get you on the next video, okay? If you do like my approach, all of my information is below. I do offer personal readings. I do have an intro offer going on for the remainder of January also. It's $20 for 40 minutes. And I also have long distance Reiki services and guidance for crystal children. Okay, so there's more information about all of that and my contact info below. I do want to quickly just mention first, thank you for letting me do this for you. I take so much pleasure and pride in providing these moments of clarification for you on your journey, and I want to really give you an idea, if you haven't seen my intro video, where I pull most of my energy from, which I feel is important. I don't know, how many times you get an opportunity to gain access from an area that really has an influx of energy to pull from, okay? So and the lighting's terrible, so I'm going to have to kind of come out of the shot here so you can see it, but I live in a place that allows you to just gain an incredible amount of energy. And with that, I do want to implore exercising discernment on that. So take from it what you want, and there's plenty of it. There's also a meditation that I have on my main video, on my main screen there, my home screen. You can access a meditation that has this mountain as well as a guided music that goes with it. But I do want to implore you, use positivity. Pulling energy is a powerful thing, and it can go in both positive and negative directions. So please make sure that your thoughts and your ideas and actions are all positive. Okay, guys? All right, so at this point, Joe, I ask that you go ahead and turn down the dial of the noise and the chatter in your head. Turn down the dial of the compulsive, repetitive thoughts and words and calculations. Too much thinking can really, you can lose touch with reality, okay? And let's just kind of instead connect with our senses and feel out our ideas, okay? Since our reality is the manifestation of our ideas, when we feel our ideas, we manifest them, okay? Positive and negative. So again, use discernment when during the reading, as you are going through and making your decisions and your choices, okay? And even the thoughts, keep them positive. This is a general reading. It will not resonate with all, but take from it with what does resonate, what does fit, and leave the rest, okay? So I'm going to pull from the 22 major arcana, just some further clarification for the different aspects that I will cover, okay? And this just helps me get an overall energy. Sometimes if it's opposing energies, it will show me a blockage that needs to be addressed, and those are things that can be evaluated and addressed and dealt with in a personal reading as well, should you choose, okay? All right, here we go. Bear with me while I get all these out for you, and we will. Okay, guys. Go ahead and pull. Oops. So guys, how's the new year treating you? Have you been up to new projects and kind of getting things flowing and trying to decide on, where all this hard work is leading and how you want to apply this new knowledge and strength and information that you've received over the last year? It was a tough year for a lot of signs, for a lot of people in general, with changes and ascensions into higher ways of thinking and higher vibrations, and that wasn't easy for everybody. And now, this year is all about finding a way to implement that knowledge and that skill to better our lives, to find things that serve us, and to release the things that don't, right? So I feel like I feel like some of you have been really working on evaluating what those options will look like, okay, where you want to take that. So we'll start with personal feelings here. A couple major arcanas. You look like you're feeling great in general. Right. Very positive. So I feel like some of you right off the bat, I get the feeling that there is a hold up, not necessarily a negative one, but a hold up in either communication with maybe a job coming, when it comes to your home. Maybe you haven't communicated everything. I also get the feeling like maybe some of you are holding on to a situation because you're worried that it's going to, or maybe you have actually, provided information about a situation and it didn't give you the response. If it's a person, the person didn't give you the response you were looking for, and it actually left you feeling a little bit unsure. Like what do I do now? I thought I knew, and now I'm not sure. And you're feeling like this is whatever this change is coming in. If it is work, you're feeling like, man, this is really where I wanted to be. This is, I'm feeling great about this, and you're just trying to find a way to make this a positive result, and you will, and you definitely will. I see that here. All right, my Cancers, here we go. Okay, so right off the bat, I pulled the Strength card for your kind of overall reaction and feeling when it comes to these general aspects in your life. Okay, you're trying to pull strength. You're trying to pull what works for getting through these situations. So you've gone deep down inside, and you have opened that reserve for these situations right now. Okay, so you are kind of feeling like you have that strength right now that you're using, or you're in the process of retrieving that. Okay. Right now, your overall feeling, you've got the Page of Coins, the High Priestess. I feel like you're manifesting justice, either a new relationship or a new opportunity in your life. Relationship for most of you, for a big group of you. I feel like there is a, give me just a second. Okay. Okay. So what I see is something, maybe something that you were wanting to come in from a past situation, maybe a past person, okay, person from the past coming in, and you're wanting them to give you an offer, okay, and you've really put a lot of thought into who you are, what you want out of this. You've gone through to decide, you know, have I done enough within myself, within my world, to produce the celebratory type of feeling. This is what you're wanting. Okay, this is the currently what you are thinking about and contemplating on, and it really connects with, you know, this relationship. And it could be a relationship to do with work as well. Okay, it's possible that you are in a position where you've heard something about some good news that you in a position that you got, you know, you're starting a new relationship with. um, I feel like you're stepping up the ladder with this position, and that you've worked really hard, you know, to not only spiritually manifesting it into the real world, but also um, being sure to assert yourself and praise yourself in those moments for doing it. Um, because there is something you feel, you see something coming in that you've worked really hard for, okay, and you're feeling great about it. You feel like this is going to be a strong relationship, okay. If it does have to do with love, I feel like you're in a position where same type of deal. You feeling that love come in. You feeling like this is deserving, that you're deserving, that you've worked hard for this, okay. And we'll kind of see what we see how you feel. Let's see what happens here in just a second. Let's go ahead and switch over here to love. Guys. All right, we've got judgment. Sorry, I guess I'm feeling these out. Judgment, the Ace of Swords, okay, the Five of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. I feel like for a group of you, you're really hoping that through all of the struggles and adversity and things that you have, and the challenges that you have gone through in your relationships, this is specifically love, you're in an optimistic place where you feel like you are coming out of a place of challenge, and really approaching a place of transformation, because there has been so much work towards this result, okay, this happy, successful, complete, abundant situation that you're really working towards. You feel like the work's been done really on all levels, and the universe is telling you, my dearests, that it's happening. Karma is coming, the reward is happening, what you're feeling is just, and it's absolutely, you're in the right step, you're in the right path here as far as your way of thinking, okay. You have done the work, you are working still diligently, you know, I feel like you're being very careful with every step to make sure that it's just right, so that nothing can be looked at and said, oh well, that could have been done better. That's the feeling that I'm getting. So everything that you've learned from past relationships, you know, you are learning how to apply those properly, how to not make the same mistake twice. And again, you know, you've got the Judgment here twice, okay. Renewal, karma, coming back to complete itself. And you know, the Three of Pentacles is success through hard work. It's seeing those gains, okay. So that's a very positive outlook on the love aspect. So for those of you who are feeling that through just your present feelings, it definitely coincides with your love life right now, okay. All right, guys, so on to home here. So I kind of touched on it a little bit. So we've got the Four of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Death card. So I feel like for some of you, you had this really good news, and then you mentioned it to somebody, and it created a change in a situation, and you got kind of stuck. You really were wanting, you felt really great about delivering this information, and you felt this relief from this hard work, and like, it's all right, it's finally happened. Yet there was an unexpected, slightly negative response. Maybe, I get the feeling like the person you're dealing with has some other things going on that they didn't necessarily, they don't feel like what's happening to you is bad. They're very supportive, but whatever it is they're going through at that moment is superseding that emotion, and it's almost overwhelming for them to take on more. That's what I'm seeing. So it's not you. It's not that they're not proud and that they don't want this to happen. It's just a lot for them to take in right now. And you are being told, by the universe to really just find the strength, okay? Maintain your just about you, maintain your intuition on what's right, because even though you've got this hangman situation, okay, it's superficial, okay, it's very much a temporary situation, temporary feeling involved there, okay. And I get a really strong connection between this situation at home and your career, because the hanging man is in your career section here, as your major arcana. And on your career here, you've got the Ten of Swords, the Queen of Swords. So you're completing a situation, you feel very logical and very on point about where you're going with it. Seems like you've got some very good opportunities coming your way, and it's going to provide you quite a bit of abundance in your life. And so this hangman situation is really difficult for you to deal with, because you really do feel really great deep down inside, but your family means so much to you that you're willing to sacrifice it all for their happiness, yet your intuition is telling you something's not right. Something doesn't feel right, okay? And what the universe is telling me is that whoever you're dealing with, whatever the other situation is, it is a third party outsourced situation that is creating the struggle. If that makes sense to whoever that message is for, okay? I hope it does. But the opportunities are coming in, and you're feeling great about it. Okay. Let's see if I get anything else from that here. So I see this progressing quickly. Maybe that's the stress too, is that this is all happening really fast. And you're used to having things kind of measured and planned, and you're very much a strategic person when it comes to doing this. Yet things are happening kind of quickly, and that could also be the stress too. And the home is now there's extra things to do all of a sudden. There's a whole big set of to-dos, okay? But the universe is telling you that in general, you have a whole brand new, we're about to get to that whole brand new start coming. If in the moment, in the particular state of mind that you're in right now, you have all kinds of good things coming to you. There's this one piece that you're wanting to, this is your wishes, you're wanting to clarify. So because this is all good things coming in, and I feel like this is something that you should progress toward. If it is serving you, it's serving your family after you get through this superficial situation and just an emotional state, that this is going to be a good thing for you. Don't be too hasty about it. Take as much time. Take as much time as you can and plan out as much as you can, but be sensitive to the people that you're dealing with, because that sudden change is hard already for a lot of people, but it's also fast creates a little bit of an overwhelming sensation. Okay, so it's just going to take a little bit more of your nurturing side. Okay, this is what's coming. It's going to take your nurturing side to deliver this wholesome feeling, even though there's change coming. Okay, well, I feel like a lot of folks have some changes happening in their career right now. Maybe even promotions, you know, just change. Actually, some are changing fields. So this could be also movement. You might need to spend some money and, you know, really kind of buckle down and relocate. I feel like some of you are going to need to relocate for this career. That could also be, you know, that hangman is, oh my gosh, this is a great fresh start, but oh boy, this is a lot, right? Okay, so for your future here, you've got this Seven of Swords, the Nine of Cups, the Empress, and the Two of Pentacles. So I feel like in the beginning here, you feel like, you know, a little bit unsure about the situation. You know, you're really focused on getting that 10th cup to really fulfill you. I mean, you're feeling really good about everything. You're just really wanting to get that clarification, that last piece really settled so that you can move forward and complete ability to, like I said, your family's looking for you to have that side, that sensitive side to you, right? They need you to be that nurturing person they can count on emotionally. Because if you're a mess, they're a mess, and it does not work. Okay. And this Two of Pentacles is you're keeping an open mind. You know, you're trying to be positive about the situation. You are trying to continue to just manifest positive and keep the kind of the flow going, because that's so far how you've gotten into this great position. You know, challenges are going to arise. It looks like you've got it pretty much handled. You know, it starts off where you're feeling like maybe there's just something in the back door I'm not seeing, but there's not. You are right on the money, okay? And this change is going to be very good for you, I see. For those of you who this is applying to, it's going to be good for you. And so before I do that, with the future, okay, we went over kind of the moon. Okay. Once this clarity is decided, the new beginning is going to bring in a feeling that's going to provide you the ability and the strength to give that back to your home. So it's kind of like as soon as that decision is made, it's committed to, it's comforted. Not only will you make that other person feel better, but it'll bring yourself a great deal of comfort in the decisions that you're making, and in where you're going with all of this. Okay. I feel like for some of you, you're worried that there's things that you're not seeing in the situation, and you know that is a natural feeling to have. You never want to go into a position where you're like, man, is there something that I'm not seeing that could pop up and just kind of bite me, you know? And especially if it's dealing with bigger to-dos like movement, if you have a lot of children, if this is a career change, you know, there's things that can come up. But overall, what you need to know most from the universe at the moment is to not let the situation bring you down. You're going to overcome the situation. Okay, that is going to happen. You are going to be able to bring in the strength and the comfort needed to make your family feel better. It's going to allow you to have that balance. You've got great things coming in with your career. You're feeling very optimistic. Okay, so don't let other energies bring you down. And if you're starting to feel that outside energy, come back around and balance that so you stay balanced. Okay. Especially if you are in healing. That's something you can always share that, with the people around you. Sometimes we forget to do that, but it can bring a great deal of comfort to you, satisfaction, and it really does, it unhinges those blockages so that the energy can continue to flow. Okay. But you're feeling, ready to go. Like I've overcome this. I'm good. We've been here before. I know what I'm up against. I know what I've been up against. What I'm up against is nothing but better, right? Better days ahead. Okay. All right, guys. I feel like that is the end of our reading. All right. I hope that resonated with you and helped for the remainder of January. And I will see you guys. And I will have a clarity reading it before the end of the month. And I will be doing a twin flame as well. Okay. You guys have a fantastic rest of your January. See you next time.